Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with Diva D. How you doing? Excuse me if I am not my normal jovial self. My best friend, who I talk about in these videos all the time, passed away suddenly at the young age of 50. So it was so hard for me to get back on here, but I know that if I want my channel to grow, then I have to keep going. Now, she did have a 15-year-old son. If you follow me, you know that if she was my life, then he was a part of my life as well. And you can send, if you want to make any donations to him, you can send money to my Cash App, and I will definitely get it to the right place. Again, my friend passed away, and like I said, if you follow my channel, my day ones, then you know I talk about her constantly. Every situation I bring her up. Of course, I've been talking about her more and more lately because of the situation with Shamia and Portia. So I will bounce ideas off of her and everything, telling her about, how did she feel about the Portia and Shamia friendship, since they had been friends for so long too. And then, how we have our back and forth too, and then how we get back together. How we would get back together, after our back and forth. But I read let me get to the video. But I read one of her messages to me the other day, and she was like, friends come and go, but we are a staple in each other's lives. I mean, nobody has been there for me like you have. And I think that's the difference between Shamia and Portia and me and her. And that's because we didn't allow other friends to badmouth the other. So as she said, I have other friends, you have other friends, but you're my gal. And I'm your Oprah. Or I would say I'm your Oprah, you're my gal. So I think that was the difference. But anyway, let's get on into the video. I'm going to try to get through with this as quickly as I possibly can. The episode was not that great, so it won't be as hard to do my first video after her passing. Okay, so we get to Shamia's house, and I believe that's Shamia's house because Kelly is around there. She twirling. They decide to pop some bottles, child. And so Shamia said, "Who, I got a new bestie." Shade, because she can call anybody her best friend, but that ain't never what I did. I would, all my other besties, if I said bestie, I would distinguish them. I had another friend by the name of Sonia, and I used to call her Sonia too. But, or I would say, and to distinguish my other best friend that I had in college from my best friend that just passed away, I would say my best friend in college. Like, Joy Behar used to say my best friend from the business. And then she had her lifelong best friend. Yeah, that was different. But anyway, she said she called anybody her bestie. That I guess anybody to give her an attention. So Kelly tells her that we're going to a land of ice and spice. And she's like, "Oh, where?" She names South America, Brazil. The first place she named is the Maldives. None of these places have anything to do with the Caribbean. But she got a lot of stamps on her passport. Probably more than me and more than I will have in a lifetime. But and however, this chick is not too bright. But then again, Kelly had her guessing, and we find out that her ass ain't never been either. So we have Dicks with Dollars, Darlene, aka Diane, Portia, and Lauren. They go to visit an 8-bedroom, 5-bedroom house. What the fuck? For what? Portia decided she was gonna get her another house after I moved out my other house down there with the husband, and then they showed her the room with the golf clubs in it. in the golf simulator. Oh, the one that did the golf in there, he's not here. Y'all remember when Fallon was on the show and she chased after Latoya with that golf club? So apparently he golfs a lot. Simon. Okay, goodbye, yada yada yada. So the one that does the golfing, he's not here. So she sits down and they have a talk about what's about to happen. So Portia lets them know that she's about to go to Grenada. Honey, Grenada. It's, in the Caribbean. And what made me know about a little bit about Grenada is that that's where Amanda Seals' family is from. Yeah. And by the way, because of the hurricanes they had down there, they decided they want to give back. So when Portia tells her family that they're going to Grenada, she says, so now it's a Grenada, Mississippi too, but we don't say Grenada, we say Grenada. But so she says, all of y'all gonna sleep in the same room? Y'all gonna be on the same roof? Yeah, because me and Shamir, we at a better place. Now, if she thinks she can do any better than me, I'm for love. But if she thinks she can do any better than me, then she need to find her love elsewhere. So we get to a little small scene where, yet again, Kelly is being pampered. Y'all, if I see that get pampered one more time, and they pampering that ugly ass dog too. When I tell y'all that damn dog is so ugly to me, the eyelashes fell off of it. Anyway, Shamir goes to the studio. The whole time she's at the studio, or she's supposed to be promoting, well, she was at the radio station. The whole time she's supposed to be promoting her album with Big Chili and his crew, she's talking about Drew. She's a big liar. She says she knows 5 different languages. She didn't say that she knew 5. What? Did she say what kind of language that she knew? Do you know how metaphors go in songs? Are you okay? You're supposed to be a singer, so you know that she was probably speaking in metaphors. It's very rare that people are singing literally. Now I realize Shamir is not too bright, which is probably another damn reason why she hadn't been on the show as a permanent person. But I see 2 peas in a damn pot, honey. That dumbass portion. Shit. Huh. She in there could be talking about her album, and she just running her mouth about her 5 languages. Then having the nerve and the audacity to sing a part of Drew's song. Like I said, and I said again, and I said before, and I said 12 more times. And I tweeted it as well. Dear Shamia, you do not sing better than Drew. Actually, Drew is one of the better singers that I have seen on these housewife shows. You got Drew, Candace, and Shamia for me. So in order, Drew, Candace, and Shamia. So you don't even sing better than Candace to me. And that in that order. And the next thing we have Angela and Charles. Angela and Charles, they go to the next house to this is supposed to be a finished house, y'all. That house looked like a hurricane had run up and through them. The blinds were jacked up. And she went back in the past and thought about how she had talked to the contractor. Baby, when I tell you I know about how shady and low down and dirty damn contractors are, I've been there. And she's all upset because she invested the house into being at least $500,000. And she has dropped the house back down to what she bought it for. It was about $390,000. But Charles said that she should have let Mama move in that house, and that's how she wanted to move out the house that she bought $495,000. Child, listen to me, child. Listen to me, child. That still would have been dealing with Angela. And Angela still would have been having issues with her sister. So that wouldn't work. So Angela is $2 million in debt into these properties. Now, a lot of people are saying, is she using Charles's money? The reason why he's so insistent about her getting these properties sold. He might have invested, but we are under the understanding and under the impression that she made all of her money through real estate. Now, people are questioning whether she had money or not before meeting Charles. I'm going to venture to say she probably did, because you living in a penthouse suite in the sky, in Chicago. I think that's where they met, right? Yeah, so I don't think nobody was letting her squat up in there just so she could meet Charles. Anyway, she goes on to apologize to Charles for her mama's behavior. Y'all, when I tell you that mama was feisty to me, and I loved her mama, but I damn sure wouldn't apologize on her behalf. I would have been right there with my mama, because him talking about I need to clean up. Child back. We would have gotten into it too. You talking to me? My child need to clean up. Why don't you help her clean up, Freddie Douglass? I know you clean and cook and whatnot, and you a little OCD-ish. But this is my daughter's house too. So if she a little messy, then you don't need to be telling me about that. That's between y'all. Because if you're talking to me about my child needing to clean up, I'm just going to tell you about yourself. I'm going to tell you how old you is, and I'm going to tell you about how you is about my age. Why you run up, sniffing up behind my 42-year-old daughter at the time. Because, Angela's supposed to be 43 now. So, when we got the right age, she must have done something very classy and very immoral. So she talks about her bare and naked products, and she's must do something very classy and demure at the country club. Y'all, we about to find out. So we get to the country club, and so BRIT and Shamia are the first to arrive. Everybody, even though, well, out of those outfits, I would say the best looking person would be Kelly. I said BRIT, Kelly, and Shamia. Yeah, because it's BRIT's event, but I was other two first to arrive. Now, mind you, nothing is finished. So she's like, how do you like my venue? And they looked around like, I want to see more. Also, out of the outfits, did she have on Coco? Now, I'm not a big fashion person, so you tell me. Did she have on Coco Chanel earrings and Balenciaga's suit thing? Because I thought that was the kiss of death in the rich people land, not to mix labels. Now, she looked a mess. Don't get it twisted. The boots was a mess. She looked like she had on two hair vaginas on her feet. What the fuck? She looked a hot ass mess. And then you have Kelly. Kelly looked cute to me. I just don't keep it real. But anyway, they went out there golfing, tearing up them people, golf course and everything. Then Portia arrived. Where is everybody? Why am I out here by myself? And so they was like, well, we at this bare and naked event. Isn't that close to the name of your business? Oh, I've been running my business over 10 years. Put some BRIT on my name with spec. Okay? I know that's right. I get out on the Portia because put some BRIT and spec on my name. Because for the simple fact that it seems like BRIT don't have no ideas on her own. Can't think for herself, almost like a little robot. So then she passes out. Oh, now mind you, y'all, they ain't got enough food for the people. So she invited other people. Now, Kelly's on mess herself. Now, these confessionals supposed to be filmed afterward, right? So Kelly old mess herself in confession time. These country club people don't know BRIT. And don't. At first, I took up for Brit when the little boy said that she be out there with them with them lobsters and they don't really ever have. I said, well, sometimes you gotta treat yourself, right? But baby, when them country club people act like they ain't no Brit, I knew right then this was all a scheme and a plot set up by Todd to come to us with bullshit. So they get to the table, right? And then she said, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting for the other people to have main dish. She put menus on everybody's table. I just meant for in other words, the cast, to have menus. Which, in other words, means that I wasn't meaning to feed them. What the fuck? I didn't bring them no scales or nothing. I meant bare naked. So they get to the table and she passes out the bare naked. And she gives Angela an extra large. Maybe she was giving her extra large because she tall. But if you talk about body, yada, don't make no mistake. The body lays over there with Angela. And what the hell did Cynthia have on? I have no idea. She looked a mirror ball mess. Okay? So, then we got to get stuff. It wouldn't be the show if we don't get some stuff out and over. So, Angela said, and by the way, Charles does not have a son, baby. She started talking to her teeth like candy. And then she said, then Britt says, and I am not one of Charles's hoes. And Charles looking like, what the fuck? How did I get in this? I don't date hoes. And then Drew explained to him that, this has been a back and forth between them for some time. And so now it's time for Shamia to address Drew. And so Shamia starts in on Drew and tells her, well, you over there down to that party and some things got back to me. So apparently it was a party off screen that they had over to Charles and Angela's house. And Drew brought up Shamia being a lap dog. And y'all, when I tell you Drew ate her ass to pieces and owned her calling her a lap dog. She said, I was hurt. So with you trying to accuse me of Dennis. Y'all, did y'all see Portia hide her face when they brought up about that, extra hoes and babies and stuff? Portia pretty much did the same thing throughout this conversation. So, Shamia, if you don't see, do you see what I see? If you don't see it right there, between that back and forth, you didn't see that? Portia didn't say anything on your behalf. She didn't say, well, she's not my lap dog. Y'all call yourselves owning it by sitting her in your lap, trying to be funny, but it wasn't. Then this motherfucker gonna start barking. Bitch! Huh? She say, how old are we? In dog years, human years, bitch. I was like, ooh, Shamia. Ooh, Shamia, I had such high hopes for you. Candy. You done turned this damn muscle loose on this damn show, and we ain't feeling her. OMG. No, the barking. Oh, she handled that so... I don't even know what to say. And then Brett say, well, y'all go take them somewhere else because this is a very classy event. Say what now? You didn't even have enough food for the people. Well, yeah, I tell Cynthia twice she got up and booked. She said, shit, I'm going to have to get these folks some of my food. So, in confessional, this lady is calling Drew Nokio. Child, I cannot make this stuff up. So in the next scene, Drew goes to the signing bonus place. And it's time for her to sign her contract to be a superstar and delusional. Delusional. You must be delusional. Y'all, look, let me tell you something. I know that sounded horrible, but let me tell you this. Y'all, did y'all see Drew around there on Memorial Day feeding her husband that steak, or letting her husband feed her steak? Y'all, look, listen to me. That's why you can't never get in married folks' business. One minute you think they about to go upside one another head, and then you get all up on Drew's side, and this thing you know, she eating steak out his musty fingers. But see, the problem is, and that judge must be a Republican. Because he must want them to get back together. That's why he got them sitting up on that same roof together and what's not. So after she signed the contract, we find old Freak. Because the name of the episode is Freaking Frack is Back, right? So we go to Freck's house, and she gets to taking no accountability. They go over a montage of her past and how she planted flowers, and she was a Southern Belle, which is a slave owner. But okay. Black folks. We are such a contradiction, ain't we? Unless you about to own some studios like Tyler Perry on that plantation over there. Don't be coming on the TV talking about you a Southern Belle. Okay. So she talks about the girl. So first she talks about Kelly. Oh, I love the little tiny people. Kelly's tiny because Portia's asking her, do she know the girls? And I could just eat her. You know how I love little people. You remember my chef on the chef party. Ain't that what Portia went around there chasing that lady in the alley and attacked her and almost got sued? Bravo. Keep on letting that monkey loose on people. Okay, so then she talks about BRIT. BRIT. Oh, BRIT. BRIT is a woman about town. I heard she had more bodies than Willie Watkins. Y'all listen to me carefully. Y'all ready? She said somebody wiped her up because that cuckoo must be good as what kind of pie would she say? What kind of pie was creamy like chicken pot pie? Oh yeah. Now why did I envision chicken pot pie? Mouth is watering because I love chicken pot pie. Now my mouth ain't water for BRIT ass, but I looked at BRIT in that damn event and I thought about it. I said, this what we gave up we gave Kenya for one of the greatest housewives of all time. Y'all couldn't come up with something better than this. Don't y'all remember? Now, don't get it twisted. Kenya don't have no good food at her events. Her charcuterie boards be quite shitty. But that last event she had when y'all fired her, that was the one right there. She hadn't ever put on an event so nice, so elegant. And then after 20 some odd years, that's all she getting, and you replace her with somebody that didn't even have enough food. How dreadful. Shout out to Dwight. So then she talks about her and Shamia, because now that freaking Frack are back together, child, they got to go to Grenada together. So she calls and says, let Shamia know that she's going, because Shamia is the co-host. So how are things between you and Shamia? Now Shamia has made up with Phaedra. Now, what makes it so funny is that these people are still running in the same circles with Candy. But Candy won't make up with Frack, which I don't blame her. But, Shamia and old girl are in a good place. So, Angela, she asked her, does she know Angela Charles' wife? I know Charles. And now I'm about to get to know Charles' imaginary wife. I think Angela went down to the internet and proved that she been in Charles' life long enough to meet his real friends. And superstar was at that. I guess you know the right people when it's time to know the right people, and introduce to the right people when it's time to be introduced to the right people. I heard that. You better show who you know. So once Frack goes down the list of everybody that she's about to get to know in a group, and the ones that's been wifed up, and the ones that are knowns, and the ones that she's cool with again, and the imaginary ones, and now she's back with Frack. It's time for her to go on the trip. She's home where she needs to be again. I'm going to close right there because that's where the episode ends. Come on in, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And remember to share the video. Why? Because sharing is caring. My Cash App is in the description box. And please donate to my Cash App. And this won't be money to grow my channel. This will be money that I'm going to take up in order to give to my 15-year-old godson. And again, I'm going to close there. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces.